What's up, YouTube? Right, testing my new team out again tonight, so had a pretty fun battle. But let's do a question of the day first. Now, this is more of a quiz kind of question. So, if you want to take it on sort of seriously, just don't look at an answer. Don't Google or anything. Google it after you sort of thought about it, and just leave a comment in the comment section. So, what is the lightest Pokemon in the game? Leave a comment in the comment section. See if you can get the answer right without Googling it. Try not to spoil it for everyone else. Just write your answer in the comment section. I'd like to know you guys can get that one. Anyway, let's go and get on to this battle. Anyway, so had a couple of battles with my new team, and I want to do some more because I sort of want to get use out of all of them, and they're really quite fun to use. So we've got a pretty much mixed OU sort of team here. So let's do this one, and I just want to see how good it would go against some of these sort of like pokes. Okay, this went for about 29 turns. I'm just getting it wrong. Okay, so we got a Manectric at the start, so I already knew it would be Mega Manectric because no one really uses normal Manectric. I'm just leading here with Delcatty. Unfortunately, I know Mega Manectric's got Intimidate, so that's sort of going to mess my lead up a little bit. Although I was thinking, well, I'm going to get a little bit of damage off anyway. Okay, so I just chose to go for Fake Out here, and it does a sizable amount of damage. I'm happy with that. So there's not much point in me sort of staying in here again, so I swapped out. But Manectric swapped out too, which is interesting, and straight into Conkeldurr. But I was glad I was getting out of that one because that was a terrible matchup for me. Now, it wasn't such a bad matchup here with Checkmate out because I was only really fearing a knockoff. I didn't want to get my Everlight sort of knocked off either, so I just wanted to see what he had. Then he had Poison Jab, so that's as a solo move against Fairy types too, so that's good just to scope out sort of what moveset it had. It's a gut set as well. So I'm going to swap out my Floatet, and I'm going to go straight into my Metang here to dodge that Poison Jab, which is good, so I can rack a little bit more damage up on the Conkeldurr as well. So here I thought, well, let's swap out because he may have like a fighting move or a ground move, so I went straight to Fairy Floss, who can sort of like sponge both of them and sponge the Earthquake completely. But it didn't stay in, it was back into the Manectric. So I was quite happy with that. I thought, well, unless this has carrying a hidden power, I should be okay. Then it busts out the hidden power, so I'm like, oh crap, this is not good. So that hits me really powerfully. I think that's hidden power like ice, I'd say. I went straight here for the Draco Meter in case of a swap or just any damage in case the Manectric stayed in. And that hits really hard and takes the Manectric out, so I was really happy getting rid of that. Especially with Intimidate and speed, and it's quite a decent Pokemon for sure. Okay, so out comes Conkeldurr. Now I thought, well, let's just go for Moonblast, because he'd probably go for Mach Punch and finish me off, but he didn't, and I get a little bit of damage off with Moonblast, so that's okay. I guess maybe it didn't have Mach Punch because it wasn't running like Iron Fist and stuff. So Stone Edge I can see there. That toxic damage is a little bit there, so I'm quite happy with that start of the battle. Now straight into Rex here. Now I thought, well, I can go for Fake Out here and get some damage off. I know I'm not going to take it out. I get a crit there, which is good, and a little bit of toxic damage. So I was happy with that. I know Conkeldurr's going to go down the next turn, so I thought let's just go for Sucker Punch here. And it doesn't look like it has Mach Punch. I'm going to be faster anyway, so I take the Conkeldurr out, and I was happy with that. And getting rid of that thing. So out comes Sableye. Now I had foresight to easily hit this thing. I wasn't walled by it at all whatsoever, but I didn't really want to take a Will-O-Wisp because that's sort of what I saw coming and what Sableye sort of does best. So into Combustion to sort of take that. But it's going to have Toxic in as well as Will-O-Wisp, so it's a double status one, which is interesting. Here I went for Sword Dance because I wasn't really afraid of Sableye at all, and I could get like a free boost there, which is sort of what I wanted. Okay, so I got that boost up. Now I was like, well, let's just go for. I can just go for Flare Blitz here, and do some nice damage. He's going to set up a Carmine there, boosting his special attack a little bit. But I know that after a Sword Dance, Sableye is not going to take a Flare Blitz very well at all, and that pretty much destroys Sableye and takes it out in one shot. Okay, so I've got a +2 in attack and I took some great damage there with recoil and toxic, so I'm not going to be lasting too much longer with combustion here. I was thinking whether I should just keep the sweep going or swap it out, but as soon as Sharpedo come out, I thought, well, I'm sensing like a protect sort of Aquajet speed boost there. So I thought, well, let's just go straight into Metang. Even though I know that he's got Crunch, I can at least do like put a Toxic on it or something if it does sort of like snowball. I just went here for Toxic, as I said. I already knew Crunch was coming. That was a 3-hit KO there, so Toxic does hit, which is good. And I can easily sort of rest off any damage as well in case like he decides to stay in against me. I didn't have too many moves to hit this thing with, like for super effective as well. There's probably no point going there for a protect because I was never ever going to outspeed, and that's going to outspeed most of my team already as well. They're sort of quite slow. Now here I went for. Sorry, I believe I went for Meteor Mash or Rest here. No, I didn't. I actually swapped out. Expecting the Crunch and went straight into Checkmate because I knew that I would resist that. But he goes for Destiny 1, so it's interesting. I've never seen a Sharpedo with Destiny 1 before, but it does have merit because it is very fast, and I guess it would be handy against like a really bulky sort of wall thing. Now, I thought, bugger it, let's just stay in and go for a Moonblast. Like I might be able to bait him to go for a Waterfall and like, sort of like live, and I do. I live quite well, considering I'm more special defense, and Moonblast is going to take the Sharpedo out, so I was very happy getting rid of that. Sharpedo is quite a potent sweeper, but props for using Destiny Bomb, that was cool. Now, out comes the biggest worry. I just had a big sort of feeling about this one, what to do against it. I was praying it was unaware, but I had that sinking suspicion that it was going to be Magic Guard. So I went straight into Metang because that's probably the best matchup I could think of at the moment. It's going to go for a Carmine there. Boosting his stat slots in special and special attack. Now it has Flame Orb. I'm like, oh, it's definitely going to be a Magic Guard one for sure. Goes for another Carmine here. I just went straight for Meteor Mash because I wanted to get some damage on it. Although I'm sort of a wall, I was fairly confident that I could do like some sort of damage to it. Get it down a little bit. So I was quite happy with that damage there. I actually get attack boost, which is great. Unfortunately for me, it's carrying Flamethrower, and I'm definitely not going to leave that. I'm definitely more special. Defensive wall more than special. So that goes Metang, but he was quite handy in this battle as well. Now, this was the fun part of the match. So I went here for the fake out just to get a little bit of damage off. Not very much, but anything's better than nothing. Now I was thinking, well, this should do some quite good damage here. I knew that I outspeed. Double Edge nearly takes it out. Oh, it leaves it like a little smidgen of health. It was so close. And then I knew Clefable would be carrying me, like, obviously. They all do. So unfortunately here, I was stuck in a bit of a thing where I couldn't really like I could swap out, but I could start setting up, or I could pressure it and use up a lot of its Moonlights. I decided to pressure it and use its Moonlights up, and maybe hope for a crit here, because it's pretty hard to get up with, especially with all those Carmines now. So I'm just continually going for Double Edge, putting pressure on this Clefable. I know that's at the cost of my own life, obviously, but I knew that at this point in the game I didn't have much use left toward Delcatty. I sort of thought he had, I don't know why I thought this, but I thought he had Aegislash left instead of Honchkrow, so I thought, well, let's just go for Double Edge and do that, because I can't do anything to Aegislash at all. So I get a good crit there, and Moonblast is going to take me out there. But that did its job really well, getting its health down and stuff, and definitely pressuring that. So straight into Ditto here. Since it's got all those sort of stat boosts up, I can definitely copy that. And just go straight for the Flamethrower here to take the Clefable out. And a Honchkrow wouldn't want to be swapping into that. So as I thought Aegislash was the last Pokemon. I was like, oh, I'm right here, there's an Aegislash. Then the Honchkrow come out. I don't know why I thought there was an Aegislash there, I just did. It's just, I don't know. It's just one of those things. Anyways, that's going to outspeed me because I took Clefable speed with a Choice Scarf, which is terrible. And I'm going to have to sort of go down there and take the hit. I couldn't really swap anything into that Brave Bird either. I had no checks for that whatsoever, so I had to let Ditto die. Now, I knew that its best priority here was Sucker Punch. And this is another point I make too. Like, a lot of people do say Everlight's only good on certain pokes, but I feel it's quite good. And it actually was very handy here, especially on Fire-type Pokemon that resist like dark type moves, it makes a massive difference. As you can see here, that's going to use Sucker Punch against me, and it doesn't quite take me out because it's not very effective. And if I didn't have Everlight, then that would most certainly would have taken me out for sure. So that's going to take Honchkrow out there, sorry about that, and going to take me out with Recall as well. And I had my Flotet live to win me the match, so it was a nice close game there, and some interesting plays on both sides, and moves too, but I had lots of fun trying my picks out and squeezing as much out of them as possible, and I hope you guys enjoyed this battle too. So once again, that question today, what is the lightest Pokemon you can think of? Try not to cheat and spoil it for everyone else, just write your answer in the comment section and see what everyone sort of comes up with. Peace out, guys.